Hiya and welcome to my first official desk setup video. Being the most likely place to find me in lockdown apart from rock bottom, I thought I would give this space, which is actually the place that I've given the most thought to putting together, the space to explore it in depth. Let's get straight into it. Firstly, we're going to start with tech. I have two computers, a Mac and a MacBook Pro, and you might say that I am overcompensating for my lack of ability to do anything meaningful with these two computers, and honestly, my Mac is perhaps the worst purchase I have ever made because it is completely pointless. I should have bought a screen for the money. But anyway, leaving that aside, it is nice to have a bigger computer because then I can have nice FaceTime calls where I can see people in a larger screen. And also when I have my computer, I can carry that around my room into the other most likely places to find me, which are my makeshift desks on my bed or by my window. Next, I have my accessories for both of my computers. First is the computer stand, which I thought would be kind of pointless because I'm very short to start with, but it does help me for two reasons. The first one, I do find myself kind of sitting up more straight as I'm using the computer now, which is very, very good for my posture. And my actual favorite part of it is being able to kind of slide my keyboard underneath it and tuck it away, which is great because it makes my desk look a bit cleaner and more minimalistic, and also it prevents the spillage of fluids such as tears on my keyboard, which is also very helpful. Next, we have my laptop stand, which is also great because it helps me with my back posture, and I don't know why these things are so life-changing and I did not use them before, but on that theme, my absolute favorite purchase of 2021 so far has been this elbow rest, which at first I thought would just be another clunky item for my room, so I was really questioning whether to buy it or not, but absolutely game-changing if you spend any time on your computer. This one's quite expensive, but something similar, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Next, we have my skull. She has made the debut on this channel before, but basically, yes, it's just a fake skull from Amazon. My real one, unfortunately, had to be returned to the university. It is great to have a real skull in general because, one, you get to filter out your friends a bit easier and people have lower expectations of you, but also it is a nice symbol for memento mori, which is basically the idea that we benefit from remembering that we are soon going to die. So that's why I like to keep my skull in the room. The next thing is my little pen accessory pot. It is also painted with the Starry Night. I basically made this in an art night that I was hosting in one of my previous questionable jobs last year, but since then I've kind of been attached to it and wanted to use it, and there's just a bunch of random pens that I honestly never use but still have on my desk for some reason. Next, we have the books. These get so much attention. I recently saw Jack organize his books in order of color, and for a second I thought I was going to do it before I remembered what sort of person I am, and that is never going to happen. These are kind of a snapshot into my past because they're not technically books that I have bought or read anytime soon. These were from ages and ages ago. In my gap years, books were kind of a luxury for me, so any tips that I would get from my waitressing work, I would buy books with them, and I loved just reading and rereading and taking notes of them. Even though they're kind of topics that I wouldn't necessarily reread now, I just feel a bit attached to them, so that's why I keep them here. And I do go into my favorite books in a video already, but I basically thought about gifting them so many times, but I'm just so attached to them for now, so we'll see what's going to happen. Next, we have my weeks of my life calendar, and I did mention it in a video already, and I got so many people telling me that they would be so stressed out if they had to cross out a week already. And I mean, I admitted to having a skull on my desk, so I don't know what else I can say really about myself. But yes, I think most weeks it works well for me. Sometimes if I've had a bad week or if I'm not in a good mood, I admit it's not the best thing to do, but I feel like it does slow down time quite a bit. And I'm a huge fan of reflection and introspection, so I feel as though getting that kind of tick box exercise to do at the end of the week too is just one more thing that makes my life happier. So I kind of enjoy the prompt of being grateful to spend another week on this planet. Basically, that's kind of the way that I see it. Next, I have my stethoscope, which when she's not in my bag, she's sitting by my computer. It's a nice little bit of inspiration. I'm still young enough in medicine that I find stethoscopes slightly inspiring, so I'll make the most of that while it lasts, so that's why it's hanging there. Next, we have my chair, in which I'm sitting right now. For a chair that's clearly not been designed to have good posture for your spine, it is actually quite comfortable. My favorite part about it is the fact that she has wheels, so because I live in is such a small flat, I can literally roll myself all the way to my sink and get water without having the need to stand up. I really cannot explain the logic for sometimes not being bothered to get up for water, so please don't press me on that issue. So yes, if your curiosity is not yet satisfied, I have a video where I go through my full room tour. But either way, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be kind to yourself and others, and don't believe everything you think. Thanks. Bye.